How's it going, guys? In this one, I'm going to show you guys how to farm a ton of eddies and XP so you can juice your character's levels, as well as those side levels like Shinobi, Solo, etc. to the max to get the extra perk points and other benefits. And to do this, we are going to want to start off in the apartment as I am, because if you actually go to sleep in the game, you will get an XP buff. So if you plan to farm, you may as well do this first, as it's a 20% buff, which is just going to make farming faster and your life easier across the board. So it doesn't really matter too much how much time you wait. I think you can just do it 1 hour and it still will work, but this will give you a 1 hour XP buff after leaving the apartment. So we're going to grab this buff and then we're going to head over to the fast travel point. When it comes to getting eddies from this farm, it will be from basically selling all of the weapon drops and other items. And for the XP, they will drop XP shards, as well as obviously just getting XP for killing them. And there is a way to instantly respawn the enemies in the area that we're going to. So you can see here at the top of the screen, just next to my health bar, we'd have that 1 hour XP buff. And then we're going to go to the fast travel point. In case you forgot, this location is where your apartment is, but you guys should probably know that already. And the actual spot that we're going to go down to is in Pacifica, and it's going to be this spot up here. You can see Batty's Hotel. Some OGs from the base game might already know about this location, but this spot still is incredible. You can do this on whatever difficulty you like. Of course, higher difficulty and the higher level you are, the better loot you're going to get. I believe now the way that loot works in the game after the 2.0 update is that it scales with the player's level. So if you are a higher level, you're basically going to get more stuff. Wow, it's a really bright, sort of dusty map that we have right now. So we'll open up our map. So we come to Batty's Hotel, as you can see. I'm going to want to mark around this location here. It's pretty nearby, and this is where we're going to want to head to. So let's head over there. Alright guys, I've just done a quick cut there, simply because the weather was so bad before you could barely see anything. It was kind of hard to follow. But we're at Batty's Hotel, as you can see, and we're going to head to the same marker that I just showed a moment ago. So we're literally just going to make our way over there and start running, as this is going to be where we're going to farm a whole ton of enemies. I'm just going to jump over here because it's a bit of a shortcut. As long as we make it on here, I won't die when we fall. So it's just a little parkour to get to this spot a bit faster. But once we're actually down here, we won't need to come back up. There is a really quick and easy way to make the enemies respawn down here, which I'll show you. So this little beach part here has a ton of enemies all around it. So you see there's 3 enemies there. There's actually going to be 3 enemies over here on the side by the beach. And then there is a bunch more enemies up here. You can see they're mostly in packs of 3. So you can farm this with whatever weapons you want and what you're trying to level up. Obviously, grenades work really well because a lot of them are grouped together. But I'm going to show you how basically I do it. So we're going to just use a Sandevistan and basically just headshot killing these enemies. See, boom, they're all dead. I do recommend picking up their weapons, even if they are grey, simply because you can sell them. I won't loot everything for the sake of the length of this video, but if I was you guys farming this, I would recommend you guys loot everything. We actually got a tier 5 item there, which I just really quickly looted, so you can see you can get, if I open up my inventory, you can get those tier 5s and legendaries. The iconics were already in my bag, but you can see we got this tier 5 Lexington. So that can be dismantled to get some of the item components that you'll need to upgrade things, but let's go back to killing some enemies. So you can see there is a bunch of them all grouped together, which makes it really sort of efficient to farm just because of the speed of it, and just generally makes it quite easy to loot. We already have a video on the channel of how you can get this electric throwing axe if you guys want to try this one out. See here, there's a few enemies here with a bunch of civilians around them, but unfortunately I'm just gonna delete all of them anyway. Boom. We can loot all of the loot that we can, just run around, grab everything that you want. Ooh, a purple, not too bad, a tier 4. Headhunter shards, so that you can see more XP that you get. Level up Headhunter by going for those headshots. There's another group of 3 enemies around the corner here, so we'll take them out. Boom, all dead. Now, this group of enemies on the beach are generally going to be the ones that drop the better loot. I'm not exactly sure why, but for me, they usually drop tier 4 or tier 5 items, whereas the other enemies can drop, you know, pretty much just random stuff. I actually missed my throwing knife there. You can see we got 2 tier 4s. We got a knife, which would be good to sell. Some components, another headhunter shard. But these guys can drop tier 5 things pretty easily. You see another tier 4, but tier 4 and 5 stuff usually drops from this pack of 3, so you could just repeatedly farm the 3 here if you want to. But after you've cleared out most of the enemies, as you can see there, what you're going to want to do is cool in your car. So let's get my favorite. The Caliburn is pretty much still my favorite, just because of how fast it is and how easy the handling on it is. So cool your car in, hop in, and this is what makes the farm so good and effective, is that you can just beam over here to this sort of bridge or pier part that has the ride on it. Oh yeah, it is pretty bumpy along the sand, so you watch out. That's why this car is particularly good, because it handles so easily. What I like to do is just drive through, do a little loop like this, and drive back through. And after doing this, everything down here will have respawned, and you can see we're only like 200 meters away, so it's super easy and fast to repeat farm these guys back to back to back really quick. You can see they've already respawned there. Up here they've already respawned. The whole group of them is basically all respawned. We could actually start over here on the guys on the beach. We get our max tac mantis blades out as well. Just go slow-mo, take these guys out. We'll see tier 5 items, as I said. Boom, they're all dead. Put those away. We see another shard for Headhunter, great XP. You get a weapon glitch tier 5 quick hack. So you can see these guys are usually the better things for the actual drops and the loot. But obviously you have a ton more enemies up here just to farm for XP. They drop shards as well, and to just sell the actual stuff that they have. So you can just repeat farm all of these enemies around here, head over to the bridge, drive back, and they all respawn. And then once you've done this a few times, you can sell all of the loot and get a bunch of eddies. So there is a drop point up here, so I'll make my way up there, and then we'll sell some stuff. I haven't been doing this for very long, but we'll just sell some stuff real quick and see how much we get. So here we are at the drop point. Let's do a quick sell. I'm just going to dump everything that we basically don't want in here. So I'm just going to sell all of these random tier weapons, the non-iconics that we literally just don't want to keep. Even these melee weapons don't really care about anything that isn't like iconic or tier 5 at the least. And then we back out, and you can see here that was just 35k, and I basically did like one run, and I didn't even pick everything up. So just by repeat farming this, for a short period of time, not only are you going to get a ton of XP, but if you actually sell and pick up the weapons, you'll get a decent amount of eddies as well. And it's all legitimate. We're not doing any exploit or anything like that. That's just how the mobs respawn. They're near a sort of I guess a breakpoint in the map that forces them to respawn. So there we go. If you have any other tips, tricks, or any particularly nice items that you guys are currently using, do hook us up in the comments down below so we can all learn together as a community. And check out these 2 videos on the screen now, because we have loads more Cyberpunk stuff coming your way soon. So check out these 2 videos or all of the other videos already live on the channel, and then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.